won't get these joints out here. I got money, so they put it in the bag. I'm pulling off all the tags and pulling off in the Jag. Fuck being broke, cause broke niggas is mad. Get a job with your broke ass and get it out the hoe's ass. I go fast when I'm riding through the city lights. I'm from the Bay, West Coast, with your city like new nice fresh jeans and a snapback.
Hey Try, welcome back to my channel. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want the extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. A new video should be up on there, and if one is not up on there, talk shit to me in the comments and say, girl, ain't shit there, get it there immediately, period. Because what's going on? Okay, y'all. And also, if you guys like the intro song, it is also linked down in the description below. It is my older brother, so go check that out and show him some love. Let them know in the comments that Shay Love sent y'all over, period. Y'all check out the Nellies. Check out the Nellies. Can y'all see? Is it focusing? There we go. Kinda. If not, I'll put some pictures. But they're just like these cute little spring junk nails I did to match my outfit. I don't know if y'all can see my skirt. Don't look at my rose. But it's a green skirt. Y'all should probably see pictures. I'll post pictures. But I'll also put some pictures of my nails up too, so you guys can see them up close. And yes, okay, let me just tell you guys, I've been trying to film this video since Saturday. I'm literally filming this video Tuesday for you guys for Wednesday, when you guys should be watching this. And no, I did not do Tipsy Tuesday live. Just so much shit been going on, y'all. Please forgive me for any delays of the videos. It's just, yeah, let's just get into it. Just know life be life, and not in a bad way. Just shit be happening, you know? You can't control everything that goes on. Okay, y'all. So y'all wanted to know why I was beefing with my cousin. Because why was I beefing with my cousin? Now I know what y'all thinking. I'm gonna just go from where I left off. So where I left off in the last story time, I was basically telling you guys how I had found out that my cousins was the ones who called the police on me and L when me and him got into a fight on my birthday. Now, I found out because my mama called me and she was basically telling me she heard about the fight. Was I okay? And then she basically told me that my cousins, which was my neighbor, the one who called the police, and then he called her and told her what happened. So I'm like, okay, they some snitches. But you know what? It's cool, y'all. I didn't even trip off that, because it's just like, that's my cousin, and he probably was just concerned for my safety. So I'm not mad about it. That's not why we was beefing, because I know y'all probably was thinking that's why we was beefing. That's not why we was beefing. I'm about to tell y'all why we was beefing. So after that fight, y'all, for the next 2 weeks, things was just so chaotic. After that fight, L came back, and I forgot to mention, when L came back, y'all, he broke into I didn't let him come back. He just came back. He broke into the house. He went through the kitchen window and got back in the house. And y'all, when L got back in the house, he had tried to do something for me for my birthday. He had put like a birthday card and I think some flowers. I think I got a little video of it on the bed, tried to do some cute shit. And I think he like made dinner or whatever. And when I walked in the house, yeah, I think he had made dinner, and I walked in the room and I seen the little stuff. And I forgave him. I took a little video and was like, oh, babe, thank you, or love you, some goofy ass shit like that. How sad. I forgave this nigga because he made me some food, got me a card and some flowers. After he slammed me on the fucking couch and broke our couch and didn't even replace the couch, I had to buy us a whole new couch. And I had bought like a big couch. My old couch that was in my old house. It was a big ass, you know, big couch. All right, y'all. So after that fight, right? there was a downstairs neighbors and I was cool with her, but I wasn't like too cool with her, but I was cool with her. Me and her would chat sometimes, say, hey, how you doing? Hello. Now, mind you, where this neighbor lives, so say I'm right here, my cousins is right here, and then the neighbor I was cool with lived downstairs. Now, after she moved out, Delusional and his family moved in. Just clock that T, clock that T, clock that T. So one day I'm just chopping it up with her randomly. We both getting out our cars and she was asking me, do I be hearing banging noises on the wall? And I'm thinking she be hearing me and Elle up there fighting. So I'm like, no, I don't be hearing no banging noises. And she was like, yeah, it be sounding like I be hearing somebody throwing a ball at the wall. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know nothing about that. Cause I'm thinking she thinking like when me and Elle fighting and we bumping into the wall or throwing shit and it's hitting the wall, maybe she hearing that. I'm not gonna incriminate myself. Like, girl, I don't know what the hell going on. This is a mystery. You gonna have to solve on your own. I don't know what's going on. I don't hear nothing. Okay, be silent. I don't hear no noise from nobody. So yeah, so I just peeked. I'm like, all right, okay, you feel me? I'm thinking to myself that I need to calm down on fighting ill because now all the neighbors hear me. Now, at this particular time, who lived above me? Oh, this weird dude and his family lived below. No, or what's this? No, yeah, this weird dude and his family lived below me. So it was just like this weird dude, his mama, and I think his sister would come sometime. They was like really odd people. They really didn't speak too much. If they did speak, they would just like say hi or nod. But I never really got to know them. I never knew their name. So I go upstairs and I'm telling Elle, I'm like, yeah, we need to be chilling on the fighting because my mama called me and told me that my cousins called her, told her about the fight. My cousins was the ones who called the police. Now the other neighbor is saying that she feel like she hearing people, or she hearing something being thrown at the wall. So I'm just telling him like, we can't be up in here fighting and throwing and shit, throwing stuff and stuff because, you know, the police is getting called, the neighbors is hearing. Like, it's just too much ghetto activity. Like, we just need to calm down, and if we have disagreements, we need to be able to talk through them, or one of us just walk away, which is not going to be me because this is my shit. I'm basically telling him like, you need to walk your ass away when we arguing. I mean, I feel like, and this could just be me personally, but I feel like a man who's a man, when him and his girl is getting into it, he diffuses the situation or he walks away. I feel like a man that antagonizes a woman and keeps arguing and going back and forth with a woman, that's not no real man shit. Real man had a household. He ain't going for that. Like, he finna diffuse the issue immediately, or he gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna come back and talk to you later when you calm down. He's not finna entertain and arguing and all of that. No, for what? He the man. He the man of the house. What do he need to do all that for? So he's just like, yeah, you right. It is getting crazy. I don't want to be fighting, especially when Dylan's here. Yeah. Oh, y'all, I forgot to mention. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. Let's rewind it. So the day after, because like I said, the day party was on Sunday. So the next day I had to work, which was a Monday. Y'all, when I woke up that morning, y'all, I was so sore. I was so sore. I felt like I had just fought two fat bitches and they beat my ass and drugged me down the street like 2 blocks. That's how I felt. My eyes, y'all already know I naturally have bags, so my eyes already come off as poofy. Eyes swole, face swole, body swole, just sore every freaking, my toes was even hurting. My toes. Because I was probably kicking this nigga without even realizing I was kicking this nigga. Then probably was kicking the couch and shit. Kicked the ground. Y'all, I was sore from my head to my fucking tippity toes. Mind you, I forgot to post a picture in the last one of like my rug burns that look like bullet holes. Can y'all see? Ooh. Actually, can y'all see that? This is it right here. Right here is that permanent mark from L dragging me on the carpet. That's what was left behind. I mean, I got other scratches and bruises, but this is the most notable. When people see this, they be like, what the hell happened? Like, can y'all see that up close? This is not a birthmark. This is not a burn. Well, it is a burn mark, but it's not a birthmark. I was drugged on the goddamn carpet like a goddamn rag doll, and it never went away. So that's my memory that I always have besides our child of L and the drama and shit me and him went through. So yeah, I'm at work. I get up for work and I'm just so sore. I'm moving so slow, y'all. My body's hurting. I got bruises everywhere. My back is aching. It's killing me. So I pop some pain medicine because I'm just like, damn, how am I going to be able to function like this at work? And I'm so sore. I could barely move. My eyes are swollen and shit. So yeah, I just popped that pain medicine and I put the little eye patches on my eyes to try to calm down the puffiness and shit. But it wasn't really doing anything. So on my way to work, y'all, I'm just crying because I'm just so tired and exhausted going through this with L. Like, I'm so tired. Like, I just want him to change. I just want him to grow up. I just want him to be the man. I want him to get a job. I want him to just be the man he say he want to be for me. I just want him to just step up to the plate because I'm tired. Sis is tired. I'm going to work every day. I'm taking care of us. I got to come home clean, cook sometimes, take care of our kid, pay all our bills. Shit, that nigga didn't even change a flat tire. That nigga didn't even take my car to get an oil change. I had to do all that shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, y'all, I was just crying because I'm just so tired of feeling like the man of the house. And I feel like as a woman, if you feel like you're the man of your household and you got a man, you got to leave that situation alone. You should not be playing the man of the house and you got a man. Absolutely not. Like y'all, that was just making me sick to my stomach. So yeah, I get to work, y'all, and I'm trying to stop crying. I'm sniffling and stuff, and I see Miss Burgundy. She like, hey girl, what's up? Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, at this particular time, y'all, I was not telling Miss Burgundy everything that was going on in me and L's relationship. I would just be like, oh yeah, girl, me and him got into it, or me and him, we fighting right now. And I think at first she thought like arguing, fighting. You know, I don't think when I told her we fighting right now, I don't think she thought like we literally fighting, like we throwing hands, like we really scrapping in the house, like we strangers and we don't know each other and we don't like each other, and you get what I'm saying? So she was just like, girl, you look whooped. Like, you look real bad. And I was just like, yeah, I know. Like, that's when I just told her, I was like, girl, we was fighting. Like, fist fight. Like, two niggas fighting. Like, yeah, like real enemies fighting. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, girl, that nigga dragged me. Y'all, when this first happened, it was open. Y'all know how a rug burn is? Just think of a really, really, really bad rug burn. The skin gone, it's red, it's bleeding, it looked at that. So I didn't have no I don't think I had any bandages or anything. So I think I had made me a ghetto band-aid where I put like a paper towel. I wet the paper towel a little bit, like it was like looped damp. And then I like taped it or something of the nature, y'all. I did a ghetto band-aid. So I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, girl, we was fighting and that nigga drugged me on the ground and that nigga slammed me on the couch. And she looking like, are you fucking serious? Because y'all, at the time, I'm telling y'all, I was this big. This big. Y'all seen from the pictures, I was this big. No more than 110 pounds, if that, just this big. At the time, L had to be like 160, 160. So you get what I'm saying? Like, so she's just like, oh my God, friend, like when you told me you and him be fighting, I didn't think y'all was like fist fighting. I'm like, yeah, girl, we be fighting, we be throwing hands. Because one thing about it, I'm not gonna let nobody play with me in my face and they think they're gonna get away with it. Another thing, Elle would get in my face and just be screaming and hollering in my face and pointing and saying, what you gonna do? And bumping me and shit. And it's just like, get the fuck up out of my face. You in my face like you wanna fight me? And then I take off on you and then you looking all shocked and stuff. Like, get up out of my face. If I'm trying to walk away, don't block me and corner me in, trying to be all up in my face, belittling me, degrading me, and making me feel like a terrible person. Like, if I do something, you gonna beat me up. Like, don't try to intimidate me if you don't want me to react in a flight or fight mode. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared. You're bigger than me. You're pushing me into a corner and you're, you basically trying to punk me like, oh, you're a little ass bitch and you can't win against me. It's just like, don't make me feel like you're gonna attack me because I'm gonna try to attack you first because I am small. So yeah, I showed her the thing and it's all open and shit. And she's just like, oh my God, friend. She was like, hell no, I'm finna come with you to your house. We finna beat that nigga ass. And I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it. F him. I'm done with him. You know what we always say, I'm done. That nigga had to leave. The police made that nigga leave. I'm not fucking with him no more. F him, girl. He ain't nothing. Y'all know how that go. We just be talking in the moment. So at that particular job, we had like a first aid kit cabinet. So we went to the first aid kit cabinet. I took the little thing off, y'all. It's like stuck. I had to like peel it off all slow. It was just nasty. Like, I'm telling y'all, when that first happened, that shit looked so nasty. We cleaned it off. And, we put some antibacterial cream on it and then bandaged it up. And y'all, that whole day, I just could not function at work. I was not answering phone calls. I was just sitting at my desk crying, falling asleep, crying, falling asleep. Sometimes I might answer the phone. And then if a customer was being too rah, 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 rah on that phone, click. I don't got time for that shit today. I'm in distress. I barely made it to work. I don't even know how I drove to work. My legs was sore. My toes was sore. My bones was aching. But I'm the breadwinner. I had to get to work and get that money on. So I get through that day. And like I said, fast forward, that's when I came home. I had the conversation with the neighbor. I went in the house, seen Elle there, seen the stuff, made the video. And then me and him had that conversation. So as time went on, this little girl that I'm going to talk about later on, maybe in another year, I'm gonna start talking about other situations that happened in my old apartment complex. This little girl and my cousin's two kids next door, they used to play together outside, and they used to always come and try to get Dylan to come play outside. And at the time, y'all, L is the strict parent. He was like, no, I don't want him playing with them. Them kids look dirty. They look bad. I don't want my son playing with him. And I was just like, for one, watch your fucking mouth. Them is my cousin kids. And he was like, I'm not trying to say it like that, but I seen her kids and I don't, So I'm just like, what you trying to say? Mind you, this particular cousin that I live next door to, I didn't know them like that. I would see them at family functions, but I didn't know them like that. It wasn't like my ace boom coon cousins, like my cousins that I would call to beat a nigga ass or something, or like my favorite cousins. It wasn't no cousin like this. It was just one of my cousins. Now, if y'all don't know, my mama got 36 brothers and sisters, so I got hella cousins. I don't know all my cousins. And then even if I can't keep track of all my goddamn cousins. When I moved next door, when I had moved into there, I didn't even know them was my cousins at first. Till one time my mama came over to stage my house and they came outside and they was like, cuz. And my mom was like, cuz. And I'm like, cuz? She like, yeah, your cousins live next door. So, okay, cool. I would say hi to them, chop it up a little bit, but nothing too much. Now, let me get into my cousin's baby mama, wife, whatever. I don't know if they was married. We just gonna say the baby mama. Y'all, she was some weird ass chick. I think she had scoliosis because she couldn't stand up straight. I think she was white. and she had like this stringy, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes, real skinny, and she never talked. She never talked. The only thing she would do is wave and nod. Like my cousin would be like, "Hey, what's up, Cuddy?" She never spoke. So it always gauged me. I thought he was whooping her ass. I mean, we gonna get there. Cause I would always be like, why is she so scared? Like, is he controlling? Like, what's going on? But then I'm just like, that's my cousin. So I'm not gonna accuse him of some stuff. I don't know what's going on. Now I would hear rah rah rah, but at the same time, me and Elle would be rah rah rah. And so it was like, you know, their rah rah wasn't like our rah rah. Our rah rah was rah rah boom 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 bam bam bam. They rah rah was just like light work. Now, I did used to hear something on the wall. Her kids would be throwing like a bouncy ball against the wall. But when the neighbor downstairs had asked me if I was hearing stuff, I just automatically assumed that she was talking about like hearing me and Elle fighting, because it was literally the next day. So that day, Monday, I come home past, I'm gonna just say like Tuesday, Wednesday come, and then I'm hearing a bouncy ball being thrown at the wall. So I'm like, oh, that's her kids, my cousin kids throwing a bouncy ball at the wall. That must be what the downstairs neighbors is hearing, not me and Elle up in there, you know, playing WWE match in our living room and shit. You get what I'm saying? Throwing chairs and couches and shit at each other. That's not what's going on. Okay, cool. So y'all, one day I'm downstairs and I'm talking to the neighbor, and she told me that my cousin baby mama told her that I was talking shit about her and that it was my son throwing balls at the wall, and that's what the downstairs lady was hearing. I said, you mother freaking lying. I'm like, who said that? He was now she didn't know that that was my cousin baby mama. She didn't know we knew each other like that. Because like I said, I never really spoke with them. Sometimes I would be getting out my car and coming upstairs, and none of us would speak to each other. You get what I'm saying? I would just come up my stairs sometimes and not say nothing. Like I said, that was my cousin, but that wasn't my cousin. It wasn't like, you know, I knew him like that. I only knew that was my cousin. My mama knew him. I didn't know him. Mind you, he had to be at the time, if I was like 20 something, he was probably like 30 something already, or like late 20s, early 30s. And I'm just like, who told you that again? And she was like, the white girl upstairs. And I'm like, you sure? You positive? I was like, for one, my son don't be throwing no balls at the wall. Mind you, okay, so how our apartments was, I'm on the left, they're on the right. On the right is where our couch would be. Our table was right there. We had stuff on the wall, and our TV was on. No, I'm lying. I ain't lying. At that particular time, y'all, our TV was against that wall. But our table was there, and then our couch was on the other side. So I'm just asking her like, you sure? Because I'm just like, no, my son not throwing the ball at the wall, especially at the wall that you would hear it from, our TV and stuff right there. Like, my son not throwing no balls by our TV. Like, that's not happening. For one, Dylan had his own room. If Dylan wanted to throw balls in his room at the wall, cool, we let him do that shit. Because our downstairs neighbors never complained about no noise. So it was like, nah, Dylan wouldn't be doing that in the living room. Mind y'all, at that time, I think Dylan was only like 3 or 4, because he wasn't even 5 yet. Because I think Dylan was like 5 when me and Elle first. He was no older than 5. So I'm just like, nah, that's not my son. He don't be throwing no balls at the wall. Like, Dylan wasn't doing that at the time. And she was like, yeah, well, she said that was you. And she said that you be talking about me. And I was like, girl, what could I say about you? I don't even know you. I don't even know her. I didn't want to tell her that was my cousin, baby mama. But I was just like, I don't know any of you guys. I just see y'all coming in and out sometime. I say, hey, how you doing? That's it. Why would I be talking mess about you to her? I don't even know you. You get what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, clock it. Now, the lady was a grown lady and she had 2 kids. So at first I'm thinking like, is she being messy? Because why would my cousin baby mama tell her this? Like, why would she lie on me like that? I don't even know her. So y'all, I sat with that information. I didn't do nothing with that information because I was just like, maybe it's just some messy shit and I don't want to be involved with whatever them 2 got going on because that don't got nothing to do with me. I told her like, girl, I don't have no reason to talk about you and I don't even talk to her. I never even heard this lady's voice a day in my life. So I don't know. Her kids be wanting to play with my son and my baby daddy not going for her. So no, like I don't have nothing to talk about to nobody about. So yeah, y'all, one day we in the living room and we watching TV. We watching a movie and it's loud and shit. I don't know. We love action movie. Next thing we know, boom, 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 boom. We hear banging on the wall. And I'm like, the fuck is that? Like, am I tripping? Y'all, next thing I know, I'm hearing yelling, turn y'all fucking TV down. Turn my fucking TV down. Who TV? I know somebody not telling me in my house where I pay rent, where everything in here I pay for and belong to me is telling me to turn down my motherfucking TV. Turn down my motherfucking TV. I know goddamn well. So me and Elle, like, mind you, y'all, it scared the hell out of us. It's dark. We watching a action thriller, probably type movie, and we just hear banging and then somebody screaming and hollering to turn down our TV. So we turned the TV up. Cause it's just like, okay, you my cousin, but don't be banging on my walls and screaming and telling me to turn down my TV. If anything, you could have just came, knocked on the door, you right next door, and said, hey, can y'all turn the TV down? It's a little bit too loud. So yeah, we turned the TV up. Y'all, they kept banging on the wall. So we didn't do anything. We just left the TV up. Eventually we start watching the TV, we go to sleep, and then like the next day I'm coming in the house and then I see my dude cousin and he just like, yeah, Lil Cuddy, I'm just letting you know right now that y'all TV be too loud and we can't sleep. Go in your rooms and shut the door. Like, are y'all sleeping in the living room? I'm confused. Mind you, both the apartments mimic each other. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. How it was the living rooms was like right here. The rooms way back here. So I'm confused. Was y'all sleeping in the living room? Was y'all room doors open? I don't even give a shit. You don't fucking bang on nobody's goddamn walls, screaming and hollering at them, telling them to turn down their TV. That's not how that shit go. Like, I'm sorry to tell you that. Like, what is going on? So I'm just like, oh, well, okay. And I just mug him and go in my house because I don't want to disrespect my older cousin, because at that time, what I was thinking in my mind, I wanted to just cuss him out because who do you think you are? Who do you think I'm not agreeing to shit. I just said, okay. And I went in my, he looking at me and I'm looking at him, and I just go in my house and I shut the door because who the fuck are you? I pay rent here. I don't give a shit what you like. It's an apartment. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. So I go in the house and I'm telling Elle like what happened. I'm like, why my Cuddy came up to me and was like trying to check me about our TV being loud. He was like, that nigga tripping. I'm like, yeah, that nigga tripping. So I call my mom's and I'm like, Mom, why cousin next door tripping on me, banging on my goddamn walls, screaming shit, and telling me I need to turn down my TV because him and his kids can't sleep. And my mom was just like, Shayla, don't do too much. Just try to turn down your TV when it's late. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, Mom. I just get off the phone with her because I'm just like, Mom, no. Like, Like, no, I'm not doing that. So then I'm telling L what the downstairs neighbor said. I'm telling him, like, oh, girl downstairs told me the other day that my cousin baby mama told her that I'm talking shit about her and that it's our kid throwing balls at the wall. First of all, how was she even here if it don't even, I mean, I guess, but not really. Like, I never felt like I heard, like, how could she hear? Like, no. I don't know. Maybe it could work like that, but I just figured because she's not she's not below me. How could she really even hear what we got going on in our house unless we're just like super duper loud? Like, whatever she hearing not coming from us. So I'm just like, okay. First of all, they called the police. The baby mama being messy. Now my cousin think he can tell me what to do in my house. Okay, we beefing. Okay, we funking. Okay, cool. So that's how it started, y'all. That's how I started beefing with my cousin. Now let me tell you what happened with this beef. So we just started doing petty ass shit. When when the TV be loud, they start banging on the wall. We start banging on the wall. Cause like we're in our 20s. We're petty as hell. Like, me and L had something to focus on besides me and him funking. Now we funking with the neighbors. We got a common enemy now. Like, we don't gotta funk with each other. So we would be banging on the windows and stuff, and I would see my cousin and his baby mama walking out their house, and I'm mugging them. They mugging me. They mugging L. I'm looking them up and down. You feel me? Because it's just like, I don't give a shit if you big cutty. You and your bitch messy as fuck. So one day we in the house and we watching TV and we hear them fucking fighting and shit in there and arguing. And guess what we do? Guess what we do? Well, I didn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I told L not to do it. I said that's petty as hell. L called the police. I mean, no. Hold on. Y'all, I know me and L would fight. And when we will fight, it was you knew me and him was fighting each other. What we was hearing that day sounded like he was beating her ass. Like, she was screaming and hollering like she was scared and being attacked. All you kept hearing was, no, stop, leave me alone, don't hit me, get off of me, get away from me. So shit, I just was being funny. I said, let's call the police. Since they want to call the police on us when we argue, let's call the police on them. And I was just like, nah. But it was like, hell no, fuck that. I'm calling the police. Plus it sounded like he in there whooping her ass. So I'm just like, fuck it, call the police. So the police come over there. They break everything up. They made my cousin leave or whatever. Mind you, me and L, we so petty, we go stand outside. We stand outside on our porch. Because who gonna say something? Who gonna say something? Who? Oh, okay. Yeah. So we standing outside. We just watching everything go down. Like, yeah. Two can play that game. Y'all want to call police? Let's go police for police. Like, what y'all want to do? So yeah, mind you, this all happened in that week. It's only been a week from the time my birthday happened. So all of this, it's now what, like Thursday, Friday, maybe Thursday, Friday. This all in 1 week. Like, I'm just beefing with my cousin and shit. So one day I'm coming up the stairs and my cousin baby mama come up to me. She was just like, can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she was just like, Is it your son that's throwing the balls at the wall? And I'm like, bitch, what? Y'all, it really slipped out of my mouth. I didn't even mean to talk to her like that because I don't talk to my elders like that. I'm like, bitch, what? Because now I feel offended. Like, I hate them liars who believe they lies and they put on a whole fucking show for they lie. Like, bitch, I know you not fucking asking me is that my kid throwing a fucking ball at the wall when you know goddamn well them your two badass little demons in there. What are you talking about? So I'm just like, are you being funny? I'm like, we both know them your kids. That's not my son. Our TV right there. My son wouldn't even be throwing no balls at the wall right there. My son went way over there. If he was throwing balls at the wall in his room, y'all wouldn't even be able to hear it. It's not no connection. I'm like, and I was just like, well, let me just let you know what I know. I know that it's not my kid. I know that it's your two little demons. And I know that you told the downstairs neighbor that I be talking about her and that's my kid throwing the balls at the wall. I'm just like, why is you speaking on me to the downstairs neighbor? I don't know you or her. And she's like, I don't know what you talking about. She's lying. I never said that to her. And I'm just like, why would this grown ass woman I don't know come lying to me about this dumb ass shit? How would she even know? I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Mind you, this was the first time I've ever had a conversation with her. That lady never spoke to me until this day. And I was just like, I would just appreciate if you and my cousin would not bother me. Don't lie on me. I don't know why you asking me if that's my kid throwing that ball at the wall. I'm like, girl, are you fucking retarded? So y'all, I'm just like, girl, I said, I'm not finna do this with you. We both know that I'm your kids. And just keep my name. Well, not my name. I said, don't speak about me to nobody. I don't know you. I don't know her. I don't know none of y'all. So I walked back in my house. And then the next day, so it's like Saturday now. My cousin come knocking on my door. So I see him knocking on the door. Mind you, Elle wasn't there. Elle went, I don't know. Elle was gone. Maybe he went to the store. So I hear somebody knocking at the door. I go look, it's my cousin knocking at the door. And I'm just like, I let him sit there for a minute and knock on the door to see how long he was going to knock on the door. So he knocked on the door for a whole minute. So I was just like, all right, let me go outside. So I'm like, I cracked the door. I'm like, you need something? He's like, yeah, I just want to holler at you, little Cuddy. I just need to holler at you real quick. And I'm like, okay. He was like, nah, step outside. I'm like, I'm not stepping outside. What do I need to step outside for? What you need to holler at me about? We ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, I don't know you like that. I don't give a shit if you my cousin. I don't know you. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what kind of nigga you is to be walking out. We beefing right now. What? He just like, nah, I just don't appreciate you calling my wife a bitch and calling her out her name. And I called your mama. Bitch, you did what? First of all, this your second time calling my mama about some shit. You don't call my mama on me about shit. I'm a grown ass woman. This my shit. This in my name. Not my mama name. Like, what is you calling my mama for? Like you telling on me like I'm gonna get in trouble, like she finna come over here and whoop me or something. Like, I'm like, okay, and you call my mom and what? And what about it? Like, I'm confused. I don't care. He's just like, yeah, because you disrespectful. I thought you was what did he say? A decent young lady, but I see you disrespectful. Yeah, I had to call your mama so she could talk to you. You need to respect your elders. I said, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. My mama can't tell me shit. I mean, she could. She could. Don't get it wrong, Mom. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, you gonna tell my mama about what we got going on over here? Like, because I don't know what y'all telling her that y'all doing. Y'all probably not telling y'all whole side of the story. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, Ann, I don't care. I was just like, please don't come knocking on my door no more. I don't care what you gotta say, what your baby mama gotta say. And I was just telling him, like, because your baby mama over there telling the downstairs neighbors that I'm talking shit about the downstairs neighbors and that it's my kid throwing the balls at the wall when we all know it's you throwing your badass kids throwing the balls at the wall. So, boom. So, like the next day, no, like Sunday go by. Monday, I get a phone call from the apartment office talking about, we getting a noise complaint from your apartment. And I'm like, well, who doing the noise complaint? Because our downstairs neighbors ain't never complaining. We be up in there having WWE matches, literally jumping and slamming and shit. They like, who complaining? We've been here this whole time. Y'all had to been living in this place for like 3-4 years by now, maybe even 5. So it's just like, this whole time, them same neighbors been living down there, and me and L been having WWE matches up in here, and ain't never got no noise complaint. What the fuck? I ain't never heard nobody get no noise complaint in these ghetto ass apartments. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm just like, okay, but who making a noise complaint? They was like, we cannot disclose that information. We're just getting noise complaints from your neighbors. And I was like, for one, the noise is not coming from my apartments. I already know who you may be talking about, and it's coming from them. I don't know what kind of sick games they're playing, but it's not cute, and it's not coming from me. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm like, all right, cool. So again, one night we watching TV, they banging on the wall. We start banging back on the wall, y'all. We seeing each other. We just mugging, just hella shit, just hella petty shit going on. So now it's the second week, y'all, and I'm just like over the situation. So I go up to the baby mama and I was just like, look, I don't want it to be uncomfortable. We neighbors. Let's just squash the situation. I'm over it at this point. Like, y'all, I like to be petty, but at a certain point, I'm just like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm over with it. Like, I don't be wanting to walk upstairs having to mud y'all and feeling like, you feel me, I might have to beat your ass because you lying and shit. And I don't want to have to get my other cousins that I know to come whoop this cousin ass. Like, I don't want to have a family war right now. Like, I don't need all this. My mama calling me and shit, and I'm trying to tell her what's going on. Like, ma, like, they lying on me. Like, I don't know what to I mean, we was making noise. Like, let me not lie. Let me not lie. But the noise complaint was about a ball being thrown at the wall, and that was not coming for us. Now, if they was trying to say we hear some don't going on, okay. But again, him and that girl started getting into fights as well. They would be up in there arguing and stuff. But it never got as bad until that week. I don't know what the hell they was arguing about, but it didn't really start getting bad until that time. But after that, like, they would be fighting up in there like me and Elle. But it was more like he was whooping her ass. Elle wasn't whooping my ass. That's one thing about it. Elle was not whooping my ass because he would be in the grave. That was not what was happening. Let's just get that straight. But it still was domestic violence. So yeah, I'm just trying to come to her woman as woman and have a serious conversation. And she was like, I don't care about what nothing you talking about. And I'm just like, well, at some point, this gotta come to an end. We can both agree that it's your kids throwing the balls at the wall, and that noise is coming from y'all. Yes, me and my baby daddy be up in there fighting, and we be making lots of noise, and our TV be loud. And I was like, look, I'll even do y'all one solid. We will move. This is when we moved our TV from that side of the wall to the other side of the wall. So it was like, now y'all can't complain about the TV being loud. So she was just like, you know what? All right, cool. That's cool. So I'm like, yeah, like, I don't want no beef. Whatever was happening, whatever you was saying, we can squash it. We cool. We good. Fine. I tell Elle, I talk to the baby mama, we squash the situation. Let's just move the TV to this side and then move the couch to the other side, so that we don't have to worry about them complaining about our TV being too loud. Now, after that, y'all, it was cool for a couple days. Until one day, oh, you know what? We had a little party at the house, y'all. We had y'all. Okay, yeah. It's coming back to me because I was like, okay, yeah. So, yeah, one day we having a little party at the house with our friends and stuff and family. And, y'all, we turned up in that motherfucker. We drinking. I was making drinks and hella shit. I had made food for everybody. We in there. We turned up. We drinking, smoking, you know, having a big little shebangy bang. So I guess they was mad that we was having like a little party. So my cousin came banging on my door. And one of L's older brother. Okay, L had found out later in life that he had an older brother. I mean, L got a bunch of siblings and older siblings, but he had just found out about this older brother. So his older brother had came over and we was kind of like having like a little party or whatever. So the older brother go to the door. Mind you, L and his family, they from the city. They don't got no filter. They don't give no fucks. You feel me? Like, they don't care. So he opened the door, and I guess my cousin was basically trying to tell the brother, like, oh, y'all too loud. Y'all need to turn down the music. Y'all need to calm down before I call the police. And he was like, call the police? You a police ass nigga? You ain't calling the police on nobody. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. So I'm hearing this. And I'm like loaded. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? I'm thinking maybe it's L and one of his siblings or something arguing because they be doing that kind of shit. They always fighting or talking shit to each other. So I'm like, okay, hold on. I was on the back porch with L, younger sister. She not a little sister, but she like a year younger than L. So I'm out there with L's sister, and so I'm like hearing the commotion. I'm kind of seeing it, but I'm like, what the hell going on? So I go inside. I'm like, what's going on? And y'all, L was toe up. I don't know. He was probably in the bathroom trying to survive because he didn't got so drunk. Because like I told y'all, L, he'd kill a whole bottle to the neck. So I'm thinking L was either in the room, in the bathroom, so he didn't really hear what was going on. So I'm just like, what's going on? It was like some nigga at your door telling us to calm down. He had to call the police. I'm like, what nigga at the door? So y'all, I'm like, what the hell? So I get up there, I go to the door, and it's my cousin. He was like, man, Cuddy, who this nigga right here? Da 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 da. He talking at the mouth. I'm like, man, go and get up out of here. I'm like, we having a little kicky back. You feel me? We turned up, like we not turning down the music. We not finna be quiet. We don't give a shit if you call the police. I'm like, stop coming knocking on my door about shit. Like, we squashed it. Like, mind y'all, it's not even like late at night. Cause we had them come over early because we did want everybody to leave at like midnight. You feel me? So it had to be like 9-ish, 10-ish. Sun just went down because it's summertime. So, well, it's not summertime. No, actually, sun did go down because it's spring. Sun was down already. Sun went down at like 5, 6. So yeah, it's dark already. So he like, man, nah, I'm tired of your shit. Da, 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 da. He rah. And L brother like, nah, you're not finna talk to sis like that. You're not finna talk to sis like that, nigga. Da, 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 da. So y'all, they getting to arguing. And I'm just like, oh my God, okay, now this getting out of control. It's one thing, you know, for me and L to be beefing with my cuddy or whatever, because I'm not going to let L fight my cousin. But it's one thing for L's brother to be trying to get into it with my cousin. Because what if he called my cousins and his cousins I know, and now they beefing with L and his family? Like, that's just too much. You feel me? So I'm like, man, nah. I'm telling every brother, like, go in the house. Just go in the house. I got this. He like, man, nah, fuck this nigga. I'm not finna leave you out here with this nigga. He talking shit. Talk about he finna call the police. And I'm just like, it's cool. He not even finna do all that. I'm just like, go in the house. So he go in the house and I'm just telling my cousin, I'm like, man, you know what? All right, cool. We'll quiet down a little bit. Like, it don't even need to be all that. Just don't come banging on my door with all that rah. So he like, yeah, if I hear this shit in the next hour, I'm calling the police. So yeah, I go back in the house. I'm just telling everybody, I'm like, y'all calm down a little bit. Y'all, we was rowdy. We was up in there drinking, playing games, talk. Y'all know how dudes get when they get drunk. They talking loud. They playing the game. It's just rowdy in the house. We playing Uno. Y'all know how I get. Now Uno get bust out. You feel me? So we was loud. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We was loud. So yeah, y'all, they go on. And then after that, y'all, we really didn't hear no more from them. We just, like, it was just like, we just didn't speak. You know, I tried to keep it cute because I was just like, I'm just tired of going back and forth with them. I'm like, let's just calm it down for a little bit. I don't want to keep going back and forth with them. I don't want to have to beat up his girlfriend and L got to beat up my cousin. It's just like, I just don't want none of that to happen. So, you know, we was being on our best behavior. Me and L was actually having a little good streak for the moment. We wasn't arguing or nothing like that until I had a trip planned to go to Vegas, right? A week after my birthday, because then it was gonna be Miss Burgundy's birthday. No, like 2 weeks after my birthday. It's like a week and a half type, and then it's Miss Burgundy's birthday. So right after my birthday, I'm beefing with my cousins for them 2 weeks, and then right after that, I had a trip to Vegas. Now during this whole time I'm beefing and shit with my cousin, I guess L must have forgot that I was going on this trip. I don't know why. I don't know. So it's like 2 days before my trip. So, cause we left on a Friday. So it's like Wednesday. And I'm just telling him like, I started packing my stuff. I put my shit in the suitcase and he was just like, where you going? I was like, nigga, I'm going to Vegas. What are you talking about? Like, we been had this trip planned for like 2 months. You knew this. Like, you knew I was going to Vegas. He was like, oh, I didn't think you was still going. You ain't said nothing about it. I said, yeah, because you always raining on my fucking parade and we been cool. I've been enjoying this little cool streak we been having. We beefing with my cousin. We not beefing with each other. We actually having good time, family time, watching movies and shit together without fighting and arguing. I'm just like, I didn't think I needed to bring it up because you knew I was going on this trip already. I don't know what your delusional ass was thinking. Like, why wouldn't I go on this trip no more? Like, that don't even make sense. Then nothing happened to where I would need to cancel going on a trip. Like, what are you talking about? You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because I didn't say I wasn't going on my trip. So y'all already know we back funky instantly. He like, oh, you trying to go to Vegas with your hoe ass friend? You trying to be a hoe? You can't never just sit your ass at home and be a girlfriend and be a mom. You want to always be outside. You always want to be with that hoe ass bitch. First of all, don't talk about my motherfucking friend. I don't give a fuck what my friend's doing. One thing about it, you're not going to talk about them. I don't give a shit if she is a hoe. Now, I'm not going to say Miss Burgundy was a hoe because she was not a hoe. But she was living a fast lifestyle. Now, some people might say hoe shit. But I didn't see it as her being a hoe. I just seen it as her living a fast nightlife. But one thing about it, I don't care. I don't care what my friend's doing. Ain't nobody gonna talk about them. I don't care. I don't care. That's my friend. So I'm defending her. I'm just like, you're just mad because I get to go places and I get to go on trips. That's not my fault. You don't got no money. You a bum ass nigga. You always want to be mad at me because I'm trying to live my best life and not be sitting up in the house all day, every day, miserable up under your ass. I'm just irritated because I'm like, we was just having a good time. We was just having, like, me and you was just not fighting for a whole 2 weeks. Me and you was not fighting for a whole 2 weeks. Now here we are. Here we are. Why? Because I'm going on a trip. Like you think I'm cheating because you cheating. You got shit going on in that phone, so you think I got shit going on. I should have cheated on him. I should have cheated. I should have lied. I should have done it. Baby, I should have went out to the club. Well, I did. But yeah, y'all, that next day, Thursday came, and I'm just making sure I got all my stuff, just triple checking out. I got everything. And y'all, when I tell you, y'all, I didn't even peep game at the time that L was doing, drugs. But y'all, why was he taking shit out of my suitcase and hiding it? So I'm going to check my damn suitcase, right? And shit not in the suitcase. And I know goddamn well I put that shit in the suitcase because I put everything in a certain type of way, y'all. I like to bag all my shit up. I put everything in a bag. Some type of bag, Ziploc bag. Everything got to be in a bag. So it's like shit missing. Like bags of shit missing. So I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, did you see my little bag? It was in my suitcase. He's like, man, why would I be touching your funky ass suitcase? Ain't shit in there for me. I don't want to touch your whole ass clothes. Mind you, y'all, I was trying on clothes for the trip, y'all. He was just talking shit. It was like that hoochie ass hoe ass shit. You wearing that hoochie ass hoe ass shit. Yeah, you finna be all up in niggas' faces. And I should be. But yeah, I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen. Nah, y'all gonna see that in the next video. I'm gonna put all that in the next video. But yeah, just know Elle was mad that I was still going on this trip with Miss Burgundy to Vegas. And yeah, he was trying to sabotage me on Thursday when I was at work and tried to hide hella shit. But I went around the house and I found the shit. Y'all, then I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, somebody had to take this out of my suitcase and put it here. Mind you, it was still in the bag. The nigga didn't even take the shit out the bag. So it's just like, I know you went in my suitcase and took this shit out the bag. I mean, took the shit out my suitcase. It's still in the bag. Y'all, this nigga was swear. He was like, you tripping. You tripping. I didn't touch your shit. I didn't touch your shit. Who did? Dylan? Dylan went in my suitcase and took my shit out and hid it. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is it crack? It's a crack? It's a crack. Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? No? Oh, okay. So you trying to make me feel dumb. Oh, okay. So I'm just like, yeah, you're weird as fuck. Y'all, so I slept in the living room. Like, I literally slept in the living room with my fucking suitcase because I was just like, this nigga probably might try to hide my fucking ID. Y'all, I hid my goddamn ID under the couch because I was just like, I don't want him to be going through my suitcase and try to hide my ID and then I can't get on my flight. Like, are you, like, no. So yeah, that next day I wake up and I go to Vegas, y'all. That nigga was so mad. Mind you, I did leave my car. I did leave him my car. But we gonna get into everything that happened after that. I'm gonna get into the whole trip. Well, dang, maybe I could do 2 more. I'm gonna just talk about the trip and then I'll do another video of what happened when I came back from Vegas. Yeah. But I think this video is pretty long, so I'm about to wrap it up. But yeah, y'all, stay tuned for the next story time on this when I tell y'all about the trip of me going to Vegas and I got arrested. Now, I did tell this story time a long time ago, like last year, but I don't know. I think I did it in like a video where I talked about a bunch of small videos, and I don't know. But I know I didn't tell the full story on that. I think I did it like super brief. So I'm gonna break it down and give y'all all the details of that trip and the videos and the pictures. I swear I think I put it in another video, but I'm gonna just tell y'all again because when I was doing certain stuff last year, I didn't think everything through. But yeah, so if y'all hear this next story time and it sound familiar, just know I did tell it already, but I left a lot of shit out because I think I just told it like so quick in like 10-15 minutes when like so much shit happened on this trip. Well, it was like a mini trip, but you know, a lot of shit happened. But all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want the extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. And yeah, that's it for now. Period. Deuces. And that next video is coming this week on Friday. Y'all ain't gotta wait till next week. Y'all gonna get it Friday. Period. Oh, and y'all are going to get the couples vlog. I ain't forgot. Y'all probably gonna see that tomorrow on Thursday. I'm sorry. It's just been a lot of shit going on. But I am gonna give y'all that couples vlog. Okay, so stay tuned for that as well. Deuces.